And I want to start off by asking a question. Why are you here? Why are you here at the Thrive Conference? And why are you here at IPW? And that was the basis for starting GTBN. Listen, we all are busy people and we all attend these conferences.
Sorry, could you trim that a little bit? We're getting some feedback on the mics up here. It's like an A440, somewhere around there. Thank you.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. We all go to these conferences and we go to these networking events and we say hello and we see people year after year and we leave and it costs us money and we don't have anything to show for it other than we had a great time and we networked, right? So David and I spoke about this and I came up with the idea when we were at one of the Thrives, how do we create an organization where when you attend it, the purpose of attending the organization is to actually drive business, to increase revenue, to connect our businesses, our organizations, our associations with those that want to do business with us. And I think it was in Orlando, right, where we met Julie?
Yeah.
Where I met Julie. So in Orlando, I went to that conference and I met up with a gal from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and I'm going to use them as my case study to explain how this all came about. She chased after me to have a meeting with me, and I never was able to coordinate it. But towards the end, on the last day of the show, we got together for coffee, and she invited me to go to Cedar Rapids, and I said, "Why would I go to Cedar Rapids? I mean, what gay person puts Cedar Rapids on their target list of places they want to travel?" So she goes, "Come to my town. We're welcoming. We're doing so much to attract LGBT tourism. Not only, I almost said civilian because I'm an ex-military, but leisure travel, but business travel, corporate travel." She said, "Come to Cedar Rapids." So I went to Cedar Rapids. They put out the red carpet for us. We had tons of news media. And as a result, we talked about GTBN and what that concept looked like. Cedar Rapids, along with Key West and Miami and a couple of others, are founding members of GTBN. And the whole point of GTBN was to sort of connect destinations or CVBs with organizations or associations across the United States that want to hold an event or a conference and they want to do business and they want to either RFP or they want to discuss it. Well, she reached out to me and she said, "Listen, I'm trying to reach the National Gay Pilots Association." Now, I'm a pilot. I'm a retired military pilot, and now just a civilian pilot. And I said, "Okay, I know Brian Gambino. He's the president of the National Gay Pilots Association. I'll pick up the phone and I'll call him." So I did. I picked up the phone. I said, "Brian, you got to go to Cedar Rapids, Iowa. You have to see what they're doing. They're doing a lot to attract LGBT business to their town." And I don't, as many of you know, I'm not really a wallflower. So I would not take no for an answer. I heard that, Pony. I can hear your voice from across the room. And so I invited the president of NGPA and his team to go to Cedar Rapids, Iowa, for a fam trip. And then we met them there. Julie and her team at Cedar Rapids Tourism gave them the tour. I left, once the introductions were made. And as a result, the reason why Cedar Rapids is not here at Thrive is because they're holding an event called Wings Over Iowa in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. It's food trucks. It's, 260 private airplanes are flying in. The mayor is going to be giving a speech there. The city...
and this is the Gay Pilots Association?
This is the Gay Pilots Association. They're going to have it at CID, which is the Eastern Iowa Airport. And they're expecting 5,000 people to attend this event.
Well, I hope they have better weather than we have here today.
Well, yeah, we're having a hurricane. I hope I can get home.
Just going back for a second, though. So your impetus, the whole reason for GTBN is for business. It's right? Business development.
Business development. And actually, it's not even business development because we're all developed. I mean, every conference we go to, we get developed. This is actually about driving business. It's about Dan Rios from Miami picking up the phone and calling me and saying, "I want the LGBT Association of Trial Lawyers," which has a conference every year. They had one in Los Angeles. I think 3,000 people show up. I want them to consider Miami. And it's about us making that connection, knowing that that conference is there, making the connection, and having the ability to go to the now president of that trial association and say, "Listen, we need to include a member of GTBN Miami in your RFP process. Now, as it is with the Trial Association, they do not RFP. They just have a committee that determines where the conference is going to be.
Which makes it easier.
Which makes it easier.
But just going back for a second. So, I'm a DMO, I'm an organization, I'm a company, and I already belong to other gay business groups or LGBTQ plus business groups. If I already belong to IGLTA, how is this complementary to IGLTA?
Well, IGLTA has been around forever, and we're not doing anything that they're doing. They're networking, they're building relationships, and they're talking about a lot of the social issues that affect LGBT travelers. That's great. Education is great. Camaraderie is great. Understanding the challenges is great. But GTBN is very specific. Its only purpose is to drive revenue and increase your business. That's it. So what we want to do is we want to get together with brands and agencies. That's why I asked that question of Tom. Right. Is how does a CBB or a DMO, number one, promote to the LGBT community? Here's a fun fact that, and I can't verify this, so I'm just going to say it, but somebody in the hospitality industry told me that about 70% of all meeting planners, that means the people that make the not meeting planners. Is it suppliers? Suppliers are part of the LGBT community in one way or another, right? So if let's say Miami wanted to attract an organization and they're dealing with another LGBT person, LGBTQ plus person, that is planning that or is the supplier of that connection is something that is already innate.
Okay, so stay right there because we've got about a minute and a half before we move to the next segment. And if I could ask the sound guy again, there's just this weird feed. Can you guys hear it out there? It sounds like I'm having a freaky dream. Okay, then fine, it's all right.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll go back to my freaky dream. You, because of your ownership of Aequalitas, right?
Aequalitas.
And you have, when you join GTBN, there's a built-in get for you already. You are connecting to these businesses directly. Just touch on that real quick.
Yeah, so one of the things that I wanted to do is I wanted to make it attractive for people to join, because when you join an organization, what are you joining for? You're joining to make your business or organization visible or to promote it, right? So what I came up with was an idea that every member of GTBN, first of all, has access to all of our resources. And one of the things that we've accumulated is a database of over 200 LGBT organizations and associations that hold conferences or events. You get that for free. You can call those people or you can call us and we can help call those people. We help with the process, but all of that is available to the members. Secondarily, you can promote your members to any of the media assets that are owned by Aequalitas Media, and the largest by far is our outvoices.us website, which is an LGBTQ lifestyle website. Right now, I think as of May, we're getting 750,000 unique visitors per month. To give you some perspective, out.com gets about 1.2 million visitors per month.
So it's robust.
It's
these
very
are people
robust.
Looking to connect with you to do business. And the third one is, because I don't want us to get this off, but the advertising that comes with the membership.
So it costs $1,500 to join, but immediately you get a $1,500 advertising credit that you can use across any of our platforms, which means you can use it to sponsor our YouTube show, the Gaycation Travel Show. It can be on our websites. It can be on our social media. It can be in our newsletters that I think is up to about 25,000 per week that we send out every Tuesday. Or you can sponsor events or whatever. You can use it any way you want. And the beauty about that is that you can use it year over year. It's replenished every year. The big thing that I want to say, and this is why I was asking Tom Roth this question, and that is when you advertise or you promote your destination trying to reach the LGBT market in the general media,
right,
you're spending 100% of your budget to reach, at best, 7 to 8% of your targeted market. But with us, and by going through LGBT media, even if it's not us, you're reaching almost 100% of your target market. So your ROI from a business standpoint is much better used, albeit smaller, right? Maybe a smaller budget, but 100% of what you're spending is reaching your targeted market, and so that is key.
High precision. you can get to
Yep.
the quality and the quantity of the audience that you're looking for. We're going to talk with him some more tomorrow because I don't know if you noticed, underneath it says he's president and CEO, but he's also a Chicago mayoral candidate. He put his hat into the ring. There are 2,300 people running for Chicago mayor. How many?
It seems like that.
It's a lot.
It'll be interesting. I just hired my campaign manager. We have a full campaign staff. And so very shortly, I'm going to be transitioning out of day-to-day operations and focusing on the campaign. So I'll talk more about that tomorrow.
There it is right there. Give it up.
Thank you.
DJ Doran, thank you
very
so
much.
much.